Hello and welcome back to the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. Normally, we're a 2-day speedrunning marathon held 4 times a year in Glasgow, Scotland, but due to the situation with COVID-19, we're bringing you 3 days of exciting speedruns from the comfort of our own homes to yours. Now, up next, we have hau5test, and he is running Metal Gear MSX on the PlayStation 3. Welcome, House.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. You will see, unlike last time, a little bit of a nerfed hau5test, a little operation done at the start of the week. I'm good, though, but I will also keep a little bit quiet, and I've brought the best commentator for you that I can think of, the man that taught me how to do this speedrun, Sergeant Silent. Welcome as well.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. This is exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing this and helping everyone in chat learn how to run this wonderful game.
Absolutely. I think we're all ready to go, so I'll do a quick countdown and then I'll be silent and give it over to Sergeant Silent. So we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So, right off the bat, one of the things that you're probably going to notice is we are playing this game on easy. And the reason for that is because easy is going to add a lot of stuff to this game. One of the cool things about easy is that it will add a feature into the run later that we're really going to take advantage of. But for now, the nice thing about easy is we take less damage and we are able to kind of like manipulate what we're doing a little bit better as opposed to original. If you guys know the original MSX version, it only had 1 difficulty. So this being the PS3 port, originally the PS2 port, has some nice features for us. So right off the bat, we're going to grab keycard 1, which is something we need to complete the game. We're going to need every keycard. And then we're going to grab 6 rations. So this category is, you'll notice, any percent RTA. The cool thing about that is the IGT in this game is completely manipulatable. So in order to simulate a sense of single segment, what we're going to do is do the game as quickly as possible in one setting, which means things like deaths and stuff, which would normally affect the IGT, don't matter. This is purely based on skill, and let me tell you, this game is a test of skill, memorization, execution, and how much do you like RNG. So, a cool feature of the PS2, PS3 remake is that rations get used automatically. So right here, we're skipping a gas mask pickup, and we're going to run straight through that room. That's why we picked up 6 rations, which is the maximum amount we can have at rank 1. You can see our little star down below. And we're going to take this floor, which is the second longest floor in the run, very safe in a marathon setting. That you do not want to die here because checkpoints are when you walk into elevators. And you'll notice we're going to go a long stretch without an elevator. So it pays to play safe here. You can lose over 2 minutes on one simple mistake. So every door requires certain key cards. Unlike later games, a 2 card does not open a 1 door, and a 1 card doesn't open a 2 door. You must have the correct card for the correct door. So you're going to see a lot of this run is going to be proper menuing, proper movement, knowing which door to use where. And specifically, the reasons we need to get into these doors are there are things like these POWs here. Every 5 POWs will give us a class upgrade. There will also be, coming up, weapons we can get. Like the one we're about to see right before the next quote-unquote boss fight. We like to call this 4 horsemen, but really it's just run through bullets, the fight. It's a nice little touch, though. So right there, we got ourselves the grenade launcher. That's going to come in a little later. But right now, we're moving through as optimal as they can, killing as few things as possible, collecting stuff. You've noticed House has already taken 3 whole rations worth of damage. This is, like I said earlier, this is a very, very scary floor. If his HP hits 0, he goes all the way back to when he came out of the first elevator. We do not want to see that here, but thankfully we're done. We are out and we are safe. We have a checkpoint, so from here on out the run should be easy. Well, should be. This game can throw stuff at you. So we have a very specific route memorized. House has all of this stuff memorized, which guards to get when, which weapons to go, which floors to go. We very purposely went to this floor because if you've played this game normally, then you'll know you probably didn't know what to do for multiple parts of it. Specifically, we have to reach rank 2, come to this floor, and then go to this specific screen House is walking onto in order to trigger the next part of the game. So this is where the concept of hidden walls get introduced. Hidden walls are great because the game gives you literally no indication they're there unless you punch them. Then Snake gets a huh? So here's our first actual boss. He's known as the Shot Maker, also known as the I really can't hit Snake as long as he keeps moving boss. We're just gonna completely ignore him, and this is where RTA and IGT really start to differentiate. House is gonna pick up 5 ammo pickups here. The reason for that is because he needs all of these in order to have enough ammo to defeat upcoming bosses. In the IGT category, we would simply do a later trick called death farming to make up for that. But here, we're going to pick all 5 up. We're just going to eat whatever damage he gives us, and we're going to walk into the wonderful maze. So, House has 5 plastic explosives you can see down on the bottom right. If he accidentally places one of these, he's going to lose about 6 seconds as he has to pick backups up. Thankfully, House is a trained professional, and he knows how to handle his explosives. But we do need exactly 5 to be able to beat this portion of the run. Again, remember, if you've not played this game, you probably have no idea where any of these walls are. And when this game came out in 87, I think?
87, yeah.
There was no internet for you. You had to punch every wall and find your way out of this game. It was a hit, I'm telling you. Japan loved it.
Yeah.
So now we're working our way back out, and this is probably the part most people stopped playing the game because they might have gone a little further than this, but realistically, there's this little hidden wall right here that takes you to a mandatory story item just in the middle of a wall, in the middle of the maze room. Like, I don't know how they expected you to find that, but they did. So thankfully, we have the items, we have a checkpoint, we have everything saved, and now we are going to go up to probably the 3rd most stressful part of the run. 2nd, depends on how you're doing it.
Yep.
So depending on how much you got hurt, you can come to this room with very little HP. You'll notice that we're running on constant alert. The reason we're running on constant alert is because it's faster than trying to not be on constant alert, and also alerts are really hard to avoid in this game unless you have so much memorized. So this is Machine Gun Kid. That was Machine Gun Kid. He's a cool boss. This is Machine Gun Kid. I don't think I introduced him well. And that was Machine Gun Kid. That's going to be a running gimmick with this game's bosses. You're not going to see us fight many of them. There is a cardboard box in this game, yes, but we do not pick it up. It is out of the way. It kind of works. It doesn't really work. So thankfully, we got through that room. You'll notice a few times House is going to manually heal HP. Generally, you want to heal HP, let the game do it for you, but depending on how you're menuing, it is better to sometimes use the ration itself to cut down on menus, because every time you open the menu, it counts against your time. So that bomb blast suit we picked up was required to get onto this roof. In addition, we required the every ammo pickup gave us 6 grenades for this grenade launcher we picked up. And we are going to walk over to the helicopter boss, which is one of the toughest bosses in the game. JK, he can't hit us here. We're just going to hit him with like 18 grenades. And after this, we're going to take a dive off the roof. Now's a great time for donations, if there's any, Nick.
Fantastic. We've not got anything at the moment, so please, folks, get your donations coming in. A reminder that we are raising money to support Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training, and support with housing, employment, and health. 90% of your donations will go towards supporting Crisis, and 10% will go towards helping UKSG support future events. All right, I'll pass it back to you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. So you'll notice something really cool there. When House entered the truck, he did not hit an explosion. When House exited, he did. That's actually a really cool skip there, which is required for big boss runs of this game, to get into that truck without triggering that explosion. So all of that was building 1. Building 1 is about 11 minutes on the NTSC version of this game, which is absolutely massive considering the entire duration of the run is about 25 minutes, 25. So we're coming up on Tank, and that was Tank, best boss in the game.
So difficult.
So difficult. That's actually a lot scarier than it looks when you're first learning it. The TLDR on that is Snake has iframes, so when he gets hit by the bullet, he can't actually be hurt again, and that lets us walk right through the tank instead of fighting it. So this is everyone's favorite boss, the IKEA Bulldozer. We call it that because Big Boss had IKEA install it. Oh no,
That's unfortunate.
It does
Try
happen
again.
though.
Yeah.
So thankfully the checkpoint system in this game is generous. So he got a checkpoint the moment he entered this building, and that lets him simply restart and walk right back in. This actually is really tight. If you're slightly off, the bulldozer kills you instantly on contact. It can actually kill you while it's exploding still. Really fun mechanic if you're trying to go fast. So yeah, we need to make sure we're in the right spots to make sure we do that fight optimally and don't die. So we have to take a small detour to get this antenna. This item is unfortunately required. We have looked into skipping it before, but you physically cannot beat the game without this because there's a jamming device in place, and that prevents us from being able to make mandatory codec calls that are needed in Building 2. So we're going to take that. And now Building 2 introduces a really fun mechanic. Actually, it introduces 2 or 3 elevators that are only one way. So if House goes the wrong direction or wrong floor, let's just say he has to load a backup save or make do. It's going to be very unfortunate. This is colloquially known as Hell Roof. It's known by that because it's instant guaranteed alert. It's an alert the entire floor. And you can see the first 3 screens alone, how many guards there are, and then we get flying guards again. Everyone loves flying guards. These guards are completely RNG in movements, in shot patterns. If you're trying to run this game without losing HP, you are at the whims of the game and how well can you move to react. Thankfully, we're doing any percent, so House can just pop a ration whenever he's feeling comfortable with it, and we're just gonna casually move on. So the nice thing is that this is routed where the first elevator goes all the way up, the second elevator goes all the way down. Nice and simple routing. It's the intermediate elevator uses where it's going to be a problem. So all the rations we've picked up at this point are really building up to like this moment, because now we're going to get into a bunch of poison gas areas, and our health management is very crucial here. If we get too low on HP, we're gonna have to do the next section on essentially no HP, and that is very, very scary. Yeah. And this, again, you're intended to have an item called the gas mask here. We don't have that. Speaking on intentions, you're intended to come to this place to rescue Dr. Madnar. I haven't seen him. Yo, wait, that's him right there. House, what are you doing? That's Madnar.
No, I don't like him.
You what? But House, that's your mission.
Are you sure?
You know, nah, I guess you're right. We don't really need him.
I guess we skip him. Not only do we skip bosses, but also Dr. Batman. Yeah,
we even skip the mandatory quest requirement. Speaking of bosses, that was a boss. That was a boss.
Yep,
he's gone now. Never gonna see him again. So that's our first elevator that really matters. If House had accidentally gone one more floor up, that would have been potentially really bad, but we do have backups to fix it. This is another boss. They're the brothers Brad and Arnold. That's just their name. So we can't actually do anything about them yet, so we just have to run through them while they punch our face. We have to go get one more prisoner, and that might seem out of the way, but remember that we level up at every 5 prisoners. This is perfectly routed so that we end at this prisoner per prisoner 20. And the reason we want that is because we want to equip keycard 6 and make a codec call. The first time you see this to a codec we are given, this lets us talk to Jennifer, who is very picky. Jennifer will not talk to you unless you are rank 4. But once you get there, she's like, oh, okay, you're cool. Here's a rocket launcher. So we now have a rocket launcher. Slight downside, it has 0 ammo. We have to somehow get ammo for this. So, I believe, House, the ammo's not this way. Where are you going?
Are you sure? Wait, oh no, this is the drums. Maybe on another level, I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. We're closer to another level at this point.
Oh no! Damn it.
No, House, you did... How?
What's happening?
What are you doing?
I'm trying the frame perfect skip right now.
That's 2. Alright, how many times do you think it's gonna take?
6 in total, I think.
6? I wasn't expecting you to go for this, but I support you, House.
Oh, come on.
Come on! You can't just throw this on me, House. I wasn't ready.
You taught me this!
I did. So, the reason we did that, you'll now notice if you look at the bottom right, House has 60 rockets. Turns out, if you hit the shiny roller 5 times in a row, or if you take a KO at any point 5 times in a row after a checkpoint, the devs added a really cool feature to this version of the game, where your rations and your ammo instantly get filled to max. So instead of having to go and pick up 5 ammo for the rocket, which by the way, 5 ammo is very tight. That's what original difficulty does. We just touch the shiny like 6 times in a row and boom, rocket launcher ammo.
Just like when I did one as a baby, I just touch the shiny and then a brrr.
And shiny go brrr. So that was the Brad's floor. At this point, we're pretty much set for life. As long as nothing weird happens, we're going to the end of the game from here. So we killed the Brads, which was required because we needed a key card. That's the last time we have to touch a scary elevator.
Finally.
Some of these rooms are nice. Some of these rooms you do have to make very specific movement in because there are pits. This game is really not nice with the pits. It will just throw a pit at you and you will walk into it and be sad.
Yep.
So this is the most recent big skip that was found. NES had a version of this called Scuba Skip. One of our newer runners came in and suddenly posted out of the blue. It was like, did you guys know you could just make this? And it literally revolutionized this run. It cut 5 minutes off of this already super short run just by showing that you could make it across that. This is Dirty Duck, aka Coward Duck. That was Dirty Duck. We actually do fight him. Thankfully, the game's really nice. Puts you in a great spot to just immediately fire 2 rockets, take him out. So it is worth noting that you must be at full HP or you will not be able to make this water gap. That's why his HP was so low, because you literally are like essentially one tick from dying. So
Yep.
if House were to accidentally walk in at not full HP, he has to heal.
Yep.
This is the MSX version of the game. The NES version never left the NES, unfortunately. Well, it's on the GameCube, but that's semantics. So this is Scorpions. You cannot cross the desert without a compass, which is why we earlier picked up a compass. Everyone loves Scorpions. Scorpions are absolutely wonderful. We don't really care about them because this is any percent and we can just pop rations. Let's see if House gets bad RNG. He did not. Congratulations, House. You're still on Big Boss space. So one of the reasons Big Boss is so hard in this game is because those 3 guards are completely random. This entire run must be played perfectly on Big Boss pace, only for you to get to that wall and a guard to choose to walk onto your plastic explosive. If that happens, your run is over. Yep. Congratulations, you wasted 20 minutes.
Because you don't want to have any kill on Big Boss.
Yeah, Big Boss. This is probably the hardest or second hardest, depending on who you ask. Big Boss rank to earn, which is why any percent is a significantly more popular category. Big Boss is just incredibly frustrating. Shout outs to some of our community members like Jaguar King who have the patience to do that.
Yes.
It's legendary.
It's amazing to watch.
It is amazing. Highly recommend it. So this is the final trek. The whole reason we needed the 8 card was that one single door. Literally the one door. We now have to get through pitfalls, which, by the way, that pitfall's mean. That one loses like 2 minutes if you touch it. We have to get through gas rooms. We have to get through mine rooms. And to top it all up, photosensitivity warning here. This room is very flashy. The electric floors are great. Now, we are coming up on the penultimate boss. If you guys do not know the strat for beating this boss, why didn't you just save Dr. Madnar? He literally tells you how to do it.
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah, I mean, House, what's the combination, right? It can't be that hard, right?
Yeah, it's just right, left, left, right, left, left, right. No, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right.
Exactly. It's
so easy.
Like, I bet you it's so easy. House doesn't even have it on a splits file staring at him right now or anything. Totally wouldn't do that, right, House?
I honestly don't right now, because I don't have the screen as state on this laptop. It's fine though, we're all good. Once again, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
This is the true final boss, Big Boss. He takes 4 shots. And he is done. We're going to go to the final ladder. If you go to one of the other ones, big sad on that. So time is coming up. It is the moment he crests the very top of this 3rd ladder. Get ready on time. There we go.
Nice.
GG, House.
Thank you so much. Especially for commentating again. I'm a bit nerfed. I can't talk too long. And this is just a great run overall. If you want to learn it, of course, join us at MediGearSpeedrunners.com. Sarge and I have actually recorded the session when he taught me the game, so you can actually learn along. It's a very nice session, which details everything. I think personally, we can speak for everyone that this is a more complicated run to learn first, but as soon as you just really did it over and over again, like a handful of times, it flows really well, and it's really short, just 20 minutes roughly. I see 22:59 right now on the timer. That's quite okay. I'm happy with that performance today. And yeah, that was Metal Gear MSX in PlayStation 3. Thankfully ported to Metal Solid 3, which we'll also see the full game of later after my second run.
Thanks for having me.
That was an absolutely fantastic run. Once you got started, it just did not stop. That was really, really incredible. Thank you so much for that, House. All right, we are going to go to a very quick intermission. House is not leaving us just yet, because coming up next, House is going to be running Metal Gear Solid Mobile on the N-Gage platform. So if you're really enjoying this Metal Gear block that we've got for you, stick around, because we've got 2 more Metal Gear games to come.